You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We kick off your 11 minutes of nonstop news in Rockdale County. That is where we are seeing the most significant damage after those storms overnight.
Jerry Carnes is in Conyers, where he spent most of the morning. Jerry, some really unbelievable video coming from there this morning.
That's right, Cheryl. Good morning. The sun is starting to come up here over McDaniel Mill Road in Conyers. Folks are coming outside, some of them with flashlights, to survey the damage, and this is what they're seeing. This is one of several homes here in the McDaniel Mill area damaged by fallen trees. This one, the roof is damaged, the front porch is damaged. As a matter of fact, winds blew a part of the porch up on top of the roof here. Fortunately, we are not hearing any reports of any serious injuries, but one young man is very lucky to be alive. Take a look at this dramatic video. A car smashed by a fallen pine tree. Conyers police tell me that an 18-year-old man was driving down Sigmund Road in Conyers when a pine tree fell across his car, smashing the car and falling right into his lap. The first police officer on the scene was able to go up to the car and speak to that young man. He was alert and conscious and speaking to police, even with that car in his lap. Emergency crews arrived. They removed the removed the tree from the car. That young man taken to Grady Hospital, where police tell me it's expected that he will be okay. A very lucky young man. The Rockdale County Sheriff's Department has put out a warning to folks as you get out and about this morning. Just be aware there's some roads where there are still trees and power lines over them, widespread power outages, so traffic lights are out. Just be careful as you make your way around Conyers and Rockdale County this morning. Live in Conyers, Jerry Carnes, 11 Alive News.
Jerry, thank you. Now let's take a look at some brand new photos we got in from 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn out around Conyers all night working to get these for us. As you can see, several trees surrounding this church on Main Street, and as well as the power lines that snapped there. This is the top just hanging on and dangling onto those wires. Right now, that damage is scattered all throughout Conyers, one of the hardest hit areas, but a lot near, again, where Jerry was there, McDaniel Mill Road and Briarcliff Road. We want you to know about that community. Cody captured these pictures on McDaniel Mill Road of the sightings of two homes absolutely ripped off and a tree blocking the roadway. Here is a look at crews rolling in with the yellow construction trucks just hours ago. Even some other communities had to come in and help out to get all that debris off the roadways to make it passable for you this morning. We are already hearing of one neighborhood being blocked in by trees, so we do want to keep you in the know with all of that, Cheryl.
We're also getting a look at how last night's storms are causing issues on the roads in Clayton County right now. Look at all that water. This is video from Upper Riverdale Road. You can see part of the road blocked off, water there pooling up in the middle. It's impacting a lot of people this morning. That's a look at your headlines, which is also your weather. Chesley, I think when the sun comes up, we'll see the full extent of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, there may be more areas that have experienced some damage, maybe not as extensive as what we've seen down there in the Conyers area where we had what is likely to be a tornado. Hasn't been confirmed as of yet, and that's where weather service will go out a little bit later on this morning and survey the damage there and in other spots as well. You're looking at the rain pushing out of the area, a few sprinkles left over. Let's go back down to that area, down toward Union. Here's Covington right here. You can see where we do have a few isolated sprinkles around, and that will remain in the forecast at least through the rest of the afternoon. I think it's more likely as we head toward the evening that we could see a few of these isolated sprinkles popping up, but for the most part, the heavy rain is out of the way. Flash flood warning will remain in effect for some spots just to the south of the Atlanta area until about 7:15 this morning. That's where we've seen as much as 3.5, maybe up to 4 inches of rainfall so far. So some very heavy rain there, along with the damaging winds and tornadoes that happen to pop up in some spots. You're looking at temperatures in the 60s starting off this morning, but we're going to watch those temperatures falling back into the 50s. Already seeing that up here to the north. You got 55 degrees in Blairsville, 59 in Canton and Dalton, 64 degrees right now in Marietta, 65 in Atlanta. The warm spots, plural, would be down just to the south of us, down toward Peachtree City and also Thomaston, both at 66 degrees starting off this morning. But I think your temperature will fall off as well, and then we'll see that temperature rise back up a little bit there. Once we get to the afternoon, I'm thinking right around 63 degrees for our temperature between 3 and 4 o'clock. I'm going to call it cooler because yesterday we were in the 80s. We hit 81 for an afternoon high. Those winds will be a bit breezy as well, up to about 20 miles per hour. Gusts may be in the 30 mile per hour range this afternoon. afternoon. Starting off light this morning, but we'll start to pick up as we head into the afternoon, closer to the 20-degree mark, a little bit above that in some spots at times this afternoon. Again, gusts will be likely higher this afternoon as well. Saw things to a front that's going to be pushing through the area. We'll bring in a northwesterly flow, eventually a more westerly flow as those winds begin to pick up. You see how we're clear now, but the clouds back off to the west of us will continue to push in. So I'm thinking a mix of sun and clouds for the rest of the afternoon. At times it will appear mostly sunny, still cool, but at times it will also will have those clouds in place. Your severe weather threat now is off to the east of us, up and down the eastern seaboard is where you're going to find that. We had the warm air over us just yesterday. Again, we were in the 80s, but we're saying goodbye to that as that front pushes further off toward the south and east of us. Cooler air will start to evect or push its way into the area. Today, only in the 60s for highs, 40s overnight lows, so we'll start off on the cool side, and then tomorrow afternoon, Thursday, temperatures will only be in the 50s. 30-degree start, or 30s to start off our Friday, will only see those temperatures around 60 for highs on your Friday. So it will be cool for the next couple of days, folks. We'll gradually warm it up as we head through the latter half of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Crash, over to you.
All right, Chesney, we're going to keep this red alert, Conyers. We've got, not Conyers, I'm sorry. This is down in Clayton County. Clayton County along the perimeter. All lanes remain shut down. 285 eastbound. This is right before you get to Jonesboro Road. Now, with all lanes shut down, this traffic now delayed all the way back to the other side of I-75. That's going to be your alternate, taking either 75 or 85 up into downtown and then returning I-20 east. Depending on where you need to be, you can come back down Moreland Avenue, or you could just go all the way to the east side perimeter. A lot of folks say, hey, I'll just jump on Forest Parkway. That'll get you to Moreland Avenue or 675, and you could take that back up north. Speaking of that east side in DeKalb County, we've got construction debris 20 westbound before the perimeter right there blocking up a right lane, so a very heavy ride out of Lithonia, but it's all about you, Clayton County. There it is. Look at those delays. 285 eastbound before Jonesboro Road. We are shut down. Aisha.
Other headlines this morning: Atlanta police releasing new video hoping to find the shooter who opened fire at a park hitting a 3-year-old. This happened on Easter Sunday at Rodney Cook Senior Park in Vine City. Check out this video closely. Everyone starts to run for their lives when someone starts shooting. Police say that shooting happened after an argument on the basketball court. They're offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Right now, an attorney for rapper Young Thug says he wants to question a Fulton County prosecutor on the witness stand or remove her from the YSL RICO trial altogether. Attorney Brian Steele filed a motion requesting to disqualify Deputy District Attorney Adrienne Love for some testimony she gave Friday. Steele says Love has interjected her personal knowledge and facts in the case and has in a way become an unsworn witness. Steele says Love should be cross-examined. Criminal defense attorney Joshua Schleifer says cross-examination in a Sixth Amendment is a Sixth Amendment right, but he says it could actually hurt the prosecution. We reached out to the DA's office, but we haven't heard back yet. But today is that deadline the judge has given them to respond to these allegations in court.
6:57 now this morning. Many of you still asking for answers about delayed or missing mail. We've heard from more than 1,000 of you already. The postal problems ramped up when the USPS Regional Center launched in Palmetto. It consolidates some services from 4 other centers and is among the first of 60 like it set to open across the country. A new report released this week evaluates the rollout of the center in Richmond, Virginia. It says in part, while there were successes, that facility also faced serious challenges. As for issues in Metro Atlanta, details on what's causing the problems are still scarce this morning. We'll keep working for your answers. So far, the USPS has refused to answer our questions about the root cause of the delays or when operations will be back to normal. Former President Donald Trump coming back to Georgia next week, about a month after his last visit. This time around, it's a high-dollar, smaller event.
These are people who are not only going to give to his campaign, they're going to give significant tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to super PACs that are related to the Trump campaign calls.
Republican strategist Brian Robbins says we can expect to see more of Mr. Trump in Georgia, especially for rallies in rural parts of our state. As we get closer to the election, Georgia moves into that competition mode for votes. We'll see more visits from both former President Trump and President Biden.
Tension in Newton County right now all over the possibility of a public comment section being removed from the agenda at the commission meetings.
Your citizens come here to speak, to get issues heard, and they don't want to hear us anymore.
Turning our Board of Commissioners meeting into a Jerry Springer episode. The Board of Commissioners meetings are now a circus.
Under the current proposal, commissioners are considering only keeping the public comments about agenda topics only. The board says people are using the time to call out commissioner sexualities, accusing them of being corrupt and making racist comments. The board voted to table this and come up with rules of decorum. Good morning, Chesley.
Morning, Aisha. Morning, everyone. We're looking at temperatures this afternoon. By noon, in fact, down by the 50s. We'll heat it back up as we head toward the 3 or 4 o'clock hour, right around 63 degrees, much cooler than we were just yesterday where we had temperatures in the 80s. You're looking at a mix of sun and clouds and breezy conditions as well, as those winds will be out of the west up to about 20 miles per hour. Down to 61 degrees by 6 o'clock. We'll see another day with mix of sun and clouds for tomorrow. You're looking at temperatures only in the 50s, 60s again on Friday, and then we'll warm it up through the weekend.
All right, Chesley, still a major red alert down in Clayton County. All lanes held 285 eastbound before Jonesboro Road, pushing you all the way back towards I-75. Keep using I-20 as an alternate. I'll get you an update at 7:26.
All right, a busy morning in the weather department and on the roads. We want to make sure you stay aware. Go ahead and download the 11 Alive News app to stay in the know with everything.
All right, we'll update you again here at 7:26. Be safe out there, everybody, and have a good day.